Hello everyone, this is Red Madness Sinner. You can call me Red, Sinner, or whatever name you can think of, but these two are fine. So, here is a little bit of introduction about Reality Compromised. Now, as you know, Reality Compromised has been inspired by one series that is named Madness Combat. Or you can likely know one more game that is on Steam called Project Nexus. But we're talking about Reality Compromised and Roblox. Now, I will show you a little bit of introduction about how it's going to work. But before we will do that, I want you, if you are rich enough and you want to actually do something first, like going through a store, then I want you to buy at least VIP for 300 Robux, if you're rich. If not, then you don't have to do it. It's not really forcible. It's your choice. You want to buy it, then go for it, if you want, if you are rich, or just have enough money for it. But if you don't want to, that is just fine by me. But I'll tell you why it is important. So, let's go and start right away. I have a new account, so I will show you how it's going to work when you going inside the game for the first time. So I'll start it right now. And here we are. Also, it's fucking loud, so I'll just turn up the volume a bit. Alright. So this is a little bit of introduction on when you first time came here. And here is a guy that is going to be talking about us. That he tells us about what comes after death, which we know very well. That is not very pleasant about it, that waking up in this place, or waked up just in this place, if you faded with each death every time, endless torment, yada, you know that. All that. And you can actually spam this as much as possible, which I will try my best, but it's just impossible because this is just scripted and nothing more. Then he's talking about that we are fortunately under them. So he's working in some kind of company, just shoot us. Great. And now we are going to be forced into... We also got achievement over here. You get badges. There are only maximum 4 badges. And we just been forced into a tutorial mode. Yes, this is just the introduction about it, and this is the tutorial. So, in here, they will actually likely talk to us about the tutorial. You can skip this tutorial if you want to, but I'm just gonna go through this tutorial just to see. So in this game, you can dash around it. Dashing around is actually very valuable in this game. When you if you are going to be chased, then dash is a very, very useful thing about it. If you try to get towards any item very fast, then this is the way. This is the way to use dash pretty quickly and easily. And just don't jump like an idiot. There's a cooldown around here. I don't know how many seconds it is. And now the game tells us about that this is 1v12 game. So there are likely around only 12 players maximum. And we get guns, obviously. This is MP5. Personally, it's my favorite. Also, it's fucking loud when you use it for the first time with this weapon. It is fucking loud, so I'll try to make sure that volume won't be as much as possible. So, you likely have limited ammo, obviously, so it's a gun. It has limited ammo, but there's a way to refill that. You can find one of these or one of these crates, you could say, so you can refill it pretty easily, lead to full ammo. Now it's gonna show us about a little bit of bosses around here, but I cannot really tell you around the bosses around here, so this is only likely an introduction of bosses here, so I'm gonna have to cut this one out, so we'll go through one more place. So I'll be right back. Alright, and here we are. This is the last tutorial that it's going to be showing us. It's going to show us where we need to go. This is our shop where we can get weapons and gear, and also some other things. This is just quests where you can complete each and every quest. Damage, surviving, all that. And there's also this place where you can actually get a singular class, you could say. A singular merc class. Here is a leaderboard of which character is going to be next, which is going to be us playing some bosses, which will be next boss. This is a menu where you can click loadout, mercenaries, emotes, variants, titles, and of course settings. And that is all for us. That is just the basics of it. This is just a basic thing, you know, when you enter this game the first time. And it just pops us back to our menu. Now, let's go join one big server. Let's go with Chicken Machine. Chicken Machine. Lol. Alright, so here right away, go to janitor and talk to him immediately. And he's gonna have... he needed a break because he was... this is just a vendor that actually cleans up the blood around here. And we don't have nothing to do in here. And he says that it's gonna be a bit of a task to clean up the blood. Trevor says, yeah, we are gonna be cleaning blood because this is a janitor work in here. We just have to clean up the blood and we get the amount of money. We will say yes. We will say yes because we're gonna get achievement out of it. We're gonna get, not achievement, we're gonna gain a title here. Just skip that, it doesn't matter. And we got the first title, General Recruit, and that's how you're gonna do it, and get the badge right here. Now that we are hired, yes. We're gonna skip that because they really don't say. He's just thankful that we're doing this job. I'm just gonna go janitor mode because we are gonna be AFK for a while. And here are some players that are doing what we do. So I'm gonna show you the quest on which quests they are. Here are round voting, so we're gonna vote regular or dual mercenaries if they want to. There was one mode called Champions, but I don't think it existed anymore. So here's the quest. We have this quest, like I said, it evolves damage, like 150, 300, but once you progress each level, yes, there's actually level right here of our name and rank, and we gain experience out of it. And each time we complete these, we get harder and harder quests. Not that hard as you might think. Now, what else do I say? Oh yeah, let's go titles. So we have our first title that is newbie. We get the first title and we get also secondary title called Janitor Recruit. But here are some titles that you might need to know. So, so there is the title. So here are some various titles you can get each time you complete them. If you chose to buy the VIP one on the store, then you can get a title of VIP because you bought a game pass around it, and you get 50% on variants and emotes, which is pretty good if you ask me. There's also some other titles, like this one where you have to go towards hot dog vendor and bought the hot dog. And of course, you have to spam it until it is a maximum amount to get this achievement. Same with ketchup. And if you want to go real crazy, you can go both mustard and ketchup at the same time to the maximum fullest once you get that. Now, for janitor work, you just got applied to janitor. But when you clean up 100 liters of blood, that's going... you can also do 100 liters of blood, which is easy. But if you want to go crazy mode, 1000 liters of blood. I challenge you to do that, because it's actually pretty funny. Now, how are you gonna get the factions itself? There are two factions in here that you can get. There is this, the AAHW, which it stands for Agency Against Hank Wibbleton faction, which is, it makes sense, right? If you watched Menace Combat, go check it out. And there's also a merc faction. Like I said, there are different classes in here. How do you get them? Well, you need to progress your rank over here. the maximum rank is around 13. And once you unlock them, there is only one way you can actually get these classes, is when you are... There's actually... I'm gonna show you a mercenaries in here, which you need to have. If somebody goes sheriff, then there's gonna be enemies around here, and how should I put this? When someone plays sheriff and there's gonna be smaller enemies around here because he has his lackeys. Kill them so you can get actually some faction points from the mission itself. So, how you get these factions? Well, simple. If you go towards Unit 14, you need to unlock them first and get faction points by defeating bosses or actually any enemies that is shown, which is when someone plays sheriff, that's where you get the faction points. Now, there's also a disco title, which you have to emote for 60 seconds. Pretty easy. There's the payout emote, which you need to earn the most money. Pretty simple enough. Pet Clyde. Now, this one's questionable on who's Clyde. Well, Clyde is actually this adorable cat. This adorable cat is, you have to pet him 1,000 times, which is not a problem. You can actually do that pretty easy, and he explodes multiple times. Now, here is a real challenge for tricky users. You have to land Tricky's kick successfully 7 times in a row. That means if you somehow miss one kick, that the combo is over and you have to do it all over again. And there is one more title, which is Madness, but it is only on Madness Day, which here is the date, right here, if you know the date itself. And I think that's pretty much about it. As for weapons, well, here is actually the weapons that you can get. Mech 10, okay, yeah, let me show you the starter way. You have the Mech 10, which is, you could say it is Hank's original weapons. There's also the Browning HP, which is actually just a pistol, and you have the hook, but you have the frying pan. You get a hook like at the very beginning, but you get a frying pan. So don't equip frying pan and just have the hook. Now, as for items, here are the items. Mech 10, that's what we get. We get MP5, pretty powerful. A minigun, which it is good, but not really that good. But if you want to use it the smart way. Here is the Spaz 12, pretty good gun. Mossberg, well, Spaz is actually a shotgun. For me, it's not really that powerful. The one that is actually powerful is Mossberg, which is a traditional shotgun. Use that if you want to actually go... If you're a shotgun user, then use Mossberg. Here is AUG, pretty good rifle, but not that good. M16, a really good gun. By this, you actually know what to do. Remington 700 VTR, that is just typical sniper rifle. If you're a sniper user, then use this. RPG, they have I believe that there's actually a little bit of an update around the RPG and how good it is. It actually now deals a lot more damage. And the G360, which is just a typical rifle, which is, it's good, but I don't know, really. Now, here are the secondaries. So we have the 5.7, a traditional pistol, Tech 9, which is actually pretty good. And I do say Tech 9 because it's actually pretty funny. Now, 357 Magnum, which is motherfucker. Can I? Ah, there we go. Sorry about that. Where is it? Yeah. 357 Magnum is actually a revolver, which it is pretty good, but the one that is best, it's called SAA. A really good revolver, and you can press speed to spin, but try to actually land that because it has actually a little bit of animation itself. Now, for melee weapons, we got the frying pan, the hook. Like I said, don't equip the frying pan and keep the hook, but you wanna get the hook, then buy this. and chainsaw, which you can actually buy it for $100,000. That is a lot of money right there. But if you bought VIP, you get the golden frying pan, which is actually pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. Now for items, yes, it's fun. Yeah, there are items here. We got the traditional bandage, which 100 HP, toy gun, really good item to use. Medkit, pretty good if you want to heal others or yourself. Grenade, pretty traditional. Ammo bag, no need to explanation. Smoke bomb, smoke grenade is you can actually hide. If you go to smoke grenade, you're practically invisible at this point. Molotov, not really good. Taser, pretty shit. Tracker, really useful if you want to go for it. Banana peel, it's not useful, but it's fucking funny. It's just a funny weapon. I mean item. Fuck. And barrier, pretty good item right there. Now here are some head armors which are only 2. You can go bandana just for the special effects, but there's gonna be just a little bit of debuff. But if you don't want that, then just go with just the big goggles and get plus 15 HP. It's just that. They're pretty good. And now for torso armors, there's tactical vest, which just 20 HP, nothing really standardful. Standard vest, 10 HP, nothing good. Bandolier, if you want that, then you have the special effect of getting 2 extra mag reserves, which is practically really good. Now, you also get 20 HP, but here is 50 HP pauldrons. It's really good, but if you want to go special, wanted that, then go for it. That's pretty much all the weapons itself. For me personally, as a favorite weapon that I would have chosen, if it's a sniper rifle, then I'll go with the sniper. If it's a shotgun, then Mossberg. And if it's some kind of rifle, then either MP5 or the other one, the G36. No, actually, not G36. Fuck G36. I meant M16. That's actually one of the weapons that actually is pretty good. Now, I'll show you how a janitor works, to be precise. Now, when the match started, you are a janitor around here. And here are some bosses that actually goes for it. Now, you got your mop and you got a bucket. Now, what you're gonna do is, you're gonna have to clean these blood. Yeah, this is blood, and, okay, you know what, if it's not blood, then just pretend it's just ketchup, alright? Match is over, but when you clean blood, you get money around here. But if you want to refill the water meter, 100% over there, then click on the bucket, just put down the bucket like this, and then just toss out your mop and click E on the bucket, so you can get out of it. For now, we didn't get anything, but you get money out of it, which is actually pretty cool. Now there's also other places, but these places are not really good. The only important ones are the shop, quests, and laboratory. But there are some places like donation right here. Some emotional support offices, which is just a donation around here. There's also artworks right here of Nevada, which is pretty cool. But okay, now I can show you a little bit of a janitor right here. Now, you hear that? You hear that music? That is the sheriff's music right here. Now, let me show you around these enemies. So, okay. If you see these enemies right here, then kill them for getting those faction coins. You can unlock them. And you can unlock them as much as possible. Unlock them. Now, we're just going to clean up some blood, so we can get at least the money that we wanted. Around here. Now, how do you get to the hot dogs? Pretty simple, really. If you go towards this vendor right here, you get a hot dog for free, actually. You need to buy this hot dog for a amount of money right here. So, let me just clean the blood right here. Basically, if you want to clean the blood, just toss up your mop and use your mouse, or if you don't have mouse in your mobile, then just click on your thumb, and you can clean the blood pretty easily on it. personally just go with PC. It's just that better. But if you want to go mobile, then before you play on it, if you're on mobile, before you play, just turn on menu shoot button, because it's actually better for mobile players to use it at this point. Now there's also game passes. If you're extra rich, you can buy the kill sound, and you can also buy the blood color, which you can change your color pretty easily. There's also audio. You can turn on and off the music. You can change the volume of the music, which means I'm just gonna do like this. Sorry about that. It's really, really loud. Yeah, it's fucking loud. I'm just gonna turn it off for now. There's also graphics, you can go low quality, but we're not doing that. And there's also forced accessories. What the fuck was that sound? So you can turn it off or on if you want to, but I merely want it off at this point so you can look good. Now we've got at least 1,000. So let's go back in, and I'll show you. Just pretend you don't hear that. Because that must be the kill sound. Yeah. That's the kill sound that you can get around it. And here's the hot dog. So you can actually just spam. So in this game, there's been changes. It was around, like, you can buy only one hot dog. But now it's been changes to get 2 hot dogs at once. So I just bought a hot dog with maximum ketchup, and yeah. But now you can buy 2 hot dogs instead of 1, which has been changes around. I think at the beginning, I think we're just gonna put it at the end of the video to show you these new changes, so you can get these titles pretty easily. So if you wanna get the challenge titles, hey, go for it. It's not my problem at this point. You want the titles? You can go for it. I don't care. Anyways, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, here are the emotes that this guy is named Jimmy, and he actually buys emotes around here. So you can buy, so you have various emotes you want. Personally, for there's actually this, which is actually kinetically funny, which in strategy, if you want to do it, go for it. My favorite one of the emotes is Rampage, which I actually use it for my videos and all that. And there's also some few characters that you can talk in here. There's 3 characters you can actually talk to them in here, if you wanted to. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to show you at least laboratory on. There's actually this guy that actually you can go towards him, and there's also a computer which you can actually look at it, and you got the music right here, and you also have the enemies right here on which boss you need to be encountered with. Forget. Now there's also this. This is the Origins machine. Which, here are the factions, the Merc faction and the AAHW faction, which, like I said, you need to have a certain amount of rank to unlock them and get faction points of unlocking every single one of them. So, I'll be back and show you specifically what I mean. Ah, that's much better. I don't want to hear that loud-ass music anymore. Okay, so let's go towards the same map, the chicken machine. And I'll show you, okay. By the way, if you watch my shorts, then go watch it on how to create your Deimos Deimos avatar character of each accessory itself. So you can go watch the shorts. You can watch the shorts, so you can get it if you're rich. Now, I'll show you what I mean about the origins itself. So, here are the merc faction, and it seems I have, So, yeah. As you can see... So, yeah. So, here are the merc factions. There is the recruit, which is basic, and it has buffs. secondary accuracy, but for primary, but they're debuffs of primary accuracy. So we have Recruit, Laborer, which has plus fire resistance and also plus 35 HP, but his walk speed is slow. There's Berserker, which is my favorite. There's the buffs of 1.5 times melee damage, which is powerful. And of course there's a unique charge by pressing T, which I didn't know, by the way. I did not know that. And there's also plus 15 HP, but you can only use melee. Now for Sniper, there's actually a buff of getting M8281, which is just a powerful sniper rifle, which it does whopping 350 if you hit headshots. For body shots, only 179. But the debuffs, you cannot use melee and you lose HP. There's also the Gunner, which it has 100 HP and it dual wields Mach 10s. But it's slow as fuck and it has bigger size of it. So he will be likely a bigger target itself. There's also Captain, which it had a rework around him. So intimidation your opponents by pressing T slows down enemies. And also buff your allies by pressing T, gives a slight speed boost. And of course it heals yourself and allies by pressing T. So basically, just a simple click of T, not only it slows enemies down, but it also gives them a speed boost and you can heal yourself and other allies, which is pretty fucking good. I will show you on the on the Discord, the news, a little bit of update you could say. Now for the AAHW faction, you get a standard agent, which there's no standard agent of picture, but hey, whatever. It has a secondary damage for, well, it has damage of the secondaries, but it minimizes, it has low damage on primary weapons. Now we have ATP Engineer, which for buffs, it has passive ring that gives ammo to anyone inside it. So if the ring is around you and someone will come to you, you lose ammo. So you have extra mag reserve. However, you will lose, like I said, you will lose ammo when giving ammo to others. So yeah, that's actually pretty much a down buff to it. There's also ATP Soldat, which it has longer improved dashes, and it also has the accuracy of the guns. However, he loses 20% of his HP and his dashes time are far longer, which nobody wants that. There's also Half Mech, no picture. It has only fists and it has 100 HP. However, he's slow as fuck and he cannot use no weapons whatsoever, not even melee weapon. So that's a little bit of downside of it. Now, I already told you how to get faction points, so... However, in the AAHW, I do not know how you get the faction points, but I think it's just the same. It's just similar results as the merc faction, but I cannot really know... I cannot really know specifically. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Also, after you buy emote, you can actually use it like this. Now I'll show you some variants, what I mean. Now for variants, what I mean by that is when you actually click right here, you can actually spin for different variants, like Jeff, Mag V, Lemina, BB, and J Jill. Well, okay. I think you don't know. So when you buy a boss / mercenaries, let's go with my character Deimos, you can get different variants of it, such as Lemimos Deimos, which is that we know how to be toxic. We have the classic Deimos, Synthmos, V2, Scout, and of course Seeker. But you can only get it during a Madness Day. So that's about it. Also, other bosses have the same thing. It has really unique variants. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, aka bell, which you get which you will actually get these videos like this of any guides that you wanted, and you can put down on the comments on my first and this second video on which boss should I cover and help you with, on how you use it as a pro and not like a weakling. And of course, share it to your family members, especially siblings, your friends, share it to your friends, and of course your loved ones. And I will see you in the next video. See ya! Alright, before we end the video right here, here are the news around, here are the news of different changes that I've talked about today. And here are some changes that this champion has been removed from itself because there was too many issues with clipping and it being buggy in general. And that's actually true. I have played it and it's really, really buggy. And also, they also removed the lollipop because the lollipop has the effect of when you actually click it like 3 times, you get actually speed boost pretty easily. Now there's also the sniper rifle, which had from 180 to 100, and of course from headshots it's now just 250, which is okay. I guess it actually makes sense. Now for Remington 700 VTR, it is now only for headshots only 50, but the body shots are still the same. Now for half mag, it usually has like 90, but it now actually goes for 100. And of course for launch, that's from 110 to 200. There's also increased RPG damage, which is now 300, and of course the rocket speed is 200. This was before, this is after. That's actually huge. Now for hot dog vendor, it was just a 1, but now they put to just this limit. And of course the HP has also increased. Now for origins, this is just the captain's ability for healing 50. And of course the cooldown is now 30 seconds, which is actually far longer than that. And of course he can heal himself by 25 HP only. And for map changes, there's the Senfer. So the boss, one boss named Senfer, that actually has a map and lava, and when he fell, he actually dies like instantly. So instead of that, not only he'll be deal damage, but he will be back on the mercenary spawn. So that means he won't die easily. Now as for a little bit of fixes, Tricky's jump should send you under the ground less. So that's actually pretty good, because usually when Tricky goes underground, he will actually clip through the ground and goes under the map. So that was a lot of an issue at this point. So yeah, that's about it. So that's about it for now of these news. So I hope you are okay with these news, and if not, then put it on comments on what do you want for any changes they wanted to do. And yeah, I will see you around on the next video. See ya!